Hey, I wanted to show you this use case from the beginning to the end. If you want to create a report from an Excel file and you want to document, it might take several steps. Here, what I'm going to try in several ways is to do it with Copilot. So I downloaded a file from a public website, an Excel file. I'm going to ask Copilot to do a deep analysis from this file. And I'm gonna attach the document so I can do it on the fly, or that's what I'm gonna do here. I think I already put it in my OneDrive, but just to be sure. So I downloaded uncached checks from a website, and I don't know what kind of analysis I can do, but let's ask Copilot to do it. So here it's going to look at the file and try to identify what it can graph for me that makes sense, hopefully. Obviously, if I'm more precise in what I'm looking for, I can give him more instructions. Here, apparently, I have a downloaded file, detailed summary statistic and list of anomalies here. Not sure what it is, so let's try it. Let's see. Here, apparently, it didn't give me, so it's a text file, so not gonna help. So here, as you can see, there's no graphic here. So I'm gonna say, can you give some nice modern graphics to illustrate this deep analysis and make a fine report so I can share that with our citizens. Let's try that. So the first pass was not including graphics. And so I'm trying to build a report, not just text, but text and some graphics. And I want to, put that in a report at the end. So from just an Excel file and some prompt, I'm trying to build this. So I'm not sure if it's doing it, so we'll see. So apparently it's generating some graphics here. So I see the total value of uncashed checks has varied over time. Top vendors by amount, most frequent vendors, anomalies, high value checks. Next step. Okay, so here I have some nice graphics, but as you can see, okay, I can see that in August there was an outlier here. Here I don't see well the graphic here. Here I have the anomaly detections. I'm not sure, I don't see all the information here. And it gave me a report here in a PDF already. I can look at it, but I can see already that the graphics are not the way I want. At least they're not readable, but if we look at the report, you can see it creates in the report all the graphics are here. So it's pretty first good try, but I'm gonna say, okay, please redo this in a way I can read the x-axis and y-axis legend. case right now. Also, can you add a graphic to simulate what was it? I want to simulate over 5 years. This line, the cash, the cashed check for the next 24 months. So I'm re-asking the question. You can fine-tune your prompt with your data. Obviously, I don't know the data. I just downloaded. If it was my data, I could definitely be more specific. But here, I cannot choose my own data. But I try to find public data and try first to see if Copilot can help me to understand the data, help me build the right. Oh, there's an error. Cool. Okay. Tells me there's an error. Doesn't project. Okay, I can read better here. I see top vendors now. If we can see of uncached, high value anomaly. So this, I don't know if how he defines the anomaly, and the forecast is not working. So now let's switch gear, and I'm gonna invoke the analyst agent. Can you do a deep analysis of this Excel file so I can better understand what is going on with uncashed check to take some decisions regarding this issue. Make sure to add as many graphics as you can to be understandable by a citizen. Make sure the x-axis and y-axis legends are readable, and so on and so on. So I'm invoking the deep analysis agent. That will take more time, and we'll see if the result is different. So I might pause the video for a second because it might take some time. So it took a few minutes, and here's the result of the analyst. So as you can see, I can see the reasoning here. A lot of reasoning. So you analyze the instructions, you load the data, planning data analysis and visualization, finalizing and okay. Planning graphic, outlining, visualization, forecast. Okay, so I see the code, the Python code. A lot of Python code, more reasoning here. And here is a summary. So, summary. Okay, this is what was analyzed. Oh, I don't see the image anymore. That's too bad. So here, um, these vendors had the most. Okay, so I see clearly, way more clearly than before, the who uncashed the check. Here I see the distribution of uncashed check by frequency. Okay, in transaction, high value anomalies. I don't know. Still, there are unusual large checks over 50,000. Okay, so those are the checks and the dates. Okay, I understand now. So what I was not able to forecast, I have a forecast here based on this. So I'm not sure how I build it, but let's believe it's true. And here I have the report. So the report, apparently it generated an image. So let's see the image. Not sure if, okay. So it's definitely not what I want. It's not a PDF. I don't know what it makes a mistake. But here, what I can see, there's several things here. Several ways I can ask, can you create a PowerPoint presentation or a Word document from this? Or I can take the result and edit in page. So let's see if that does something. I see the prompt. I don't care about the prompt. I see the instructions. So from here to see it adds a lot of things that I don't care. The code, but I can delete that. I can delete that, and boom, deleted. So now I have what I wanted, and I can delete the last thing here. So now I have a good report, and I can open it in Word. And now I'm gonna have my Word document that reflects my deep analysis. There might be some change to be made here. You can see there's some tweaking, but I have the graphics. So you can imagine the time you can save from an Excel file to a report in Word. I hope sometimes it's come to export in PowerPoint, but this is really powerful. So you can ask normal questions, and I did everything on the web, not with work data. So from initial prompt, basic prompt in Copilot Chat, then I invoked the agent to make it deeper analysis, a better analysis. It does a better job. And obviously, if I'm more into my data, I can ask specific questions that are related to my data and get better results. I don't know what this is about, but there's still some issues apparently. But you can see that you can start with a simple prompt, which is just a Copilot Chat prompt, get some information, and then ask create some graphic, and then invoke the analyst agent, and he goes deeper in the result with some Python code, and you have better representation of your data. So you can iterate like that from beginning, nothing, just a file and some intelligence of what you want. That's how you should reason. You should not think about the graphic you want, but more about the output you want, what the outcome of what you're trying to achieve. And then definitely probably use analysts. And then from analysts, you go in edit page, you clean what's the Python code you don't care, and you can create a Word document, and then you have your report. It's pretty impressive, the progress that Copilot is making. Hope this was impressive for you too.